Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesigndetectives.com. Well, in yesterday's video we showed you how to create these round buttons. Nice bit of fun. We've got another one for you today, very similar. If we roll down this page, keep your eye on the bottom of the page there. I've got a little button that rolls in. It's going to stay there for a little while, and then it's going to roll back out when we get up the top there. And that's a really eye-catching thing. That's going to get people's attention pretty quickly, which is what you want to do with a website. And of course, you can click on it, take people wherever you want to go. Really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And we'll roll down. There's our little rolling chat right there. I'm going to delete the whole section, this blue tab right here, and we'll start from scratch. Okay, well, let's add a new section. Little blue button to add a section. Inside my section, I'm going to make it a regular section. I'm going to put a single column in it. Inside that column, we're going to do like we did yesterday. I'm going to build this button from scratch using a little text module. And we'll write what we want to say. If you want to add an extra line of text, we can do that. I'm going to put a background color in there. I think I used a red last time. That'll be absolutely fine. And we can create a hover effect just like we did yesterday by hovering up over the dark writing. Grabbing the little arrow there, left clicking on it. 2 tabs. Desktop's when the mouse is not on it. We'll leave it that red color. Hover is when the mouse is on it. Click on that tab. And let's change it to orange perhaps. Whatever you want to make yours, obviously. Just above background, you'll find link. If you want to link your button somewhere, which is always a good idea, you can put your link in there. Always best practice. If you're linking to your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking off-site, open it in a new tab. That way that your site's going to stay open. Fantastic. Now we just want to style this up so it looks like our round buttons we did yesterday. If you watch that, you know what I'm going to do here. But for those that didn't, let's do it. I'm going to go down to my text. I'm going to pop it into the middle. I'm going to make it light in color. I think I want that top part to stand out a little bit more, so I'm going to make that into a heading. We do that back over in content where we put the text in, under text here. I'm going to select it, make it a heading 3. Fantastic. Now if you want to adjust these, you can do so under text and heading text separately, but I'm happy with the size they are at the moment. So I'm going to make this now the size that I want by going down to sizing. We're under the design tab here. I'm going to give it 150 pixels, 150px. If you don't put the px on the end, it'll put percentage in. If it does, just select the percentage and put px in. That's great. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in the height down below so we've got a square. You can type it in if you don't want to copy it. And we'll shoot that writing down to the center of that button by adding a bit of spacing just down below. I'm going to put some padding on the top. Try 50. Obviously adjust yours to taste. I think that's okay. Great. And because we've got a square, we can make it into a circle quite easily. To do that, we can go into border. Make sure the chain is checked. And if we put 50%, 50 and the percent sign in there, it'll make it perfectly rounded. Now I want this to be in the middle of our column. I did this yesterday. I could have done it when we were in the sizing just now. Module alignment under sizing. Gonna pop it into the middle. Fantastic. Well, I'm happy with the way our button's actually looking there. We're still on the hover state, looks like, so let's get on the desktop state so it's red. I want this to sort of roll along our bottom section here, or the section that's below it. So let's save what we've got here. I'm going to go into the row, the green tab. I'm going to take away any padding, top and bottom. That'll get it a little bit closer. Always find padding over in design under spacing. Just going to put a 0 in the top. I'm going to check the chain so there's none on the bottom. That's got it a bit closer, but it's still floating a bit there. So what we need to do is do exactly the same for the section it's in, the blue tab. Over to Design, Spacing. And again, if you want more gap at the top, you can leave the top alone and just put a 0 in the bottom. And that's sitting on our next section there. Perfect. I'm happy with it to have a 0 at the top too, so I'm going to hit the little chain. Great. Well, let's create that little animation on scroll. Because when it starts off, I don't want it to be visible. I want it to roll in from the left side, then stay there while it's sort of halfway up the screen here. Stay there, and once it gets to about here, I want it to roll off to the right side of the screen. Really easy to do, no coding involved. To do this, I'm going to go into the row, the green tab again. I'm going to go over to Advanced and Scroll Effects. I'm going to go to Horizontal Motion. Hit the little switch that says no. I'm going to turn it to yes. And we've got a timeline type thing here. Viewport bottom is the bottom of your screen here, and that will be the bottom of your screen on any device. Viewport top obviously is the top of your screen. So I want it to start off way over here. So I'm going to give it sort of -30 at the viewport bottom. -30. If I roll down, it's taken off over there already. Fantastic. And at the top, I'm going to give it the opposite, 30. +30. So when we roll up, it's going to roll off that way. But I want them to be able to click on it. I don't want them to just scroll past it. So I want it to stay there from maybe, I think I used 40 to 70% of the screen. And that's what we've got up here. It's percentage. So at the moment, halfway up the screen, it's set to be right in the middle at 0. I'm going to take it from about 40% up the screen, which will be about here, probably, to about 70%. I want it to stay exactly where it is, which should be right in the middle there. So now when we roll down, it's going to roll in. It's going to stay there for a little bit, and then it's going to roll out when they get to 70%. Obviously, adjust yours to taste, but it's just sort of sliding at the moment. I want it to actually roll like a wheel in there. So we can enable a rotation right here. Just click on that. We'll do the same thing. Flip it from no to yes. Viewport bottom, how many times do we want to spin it? Maybe a couple of times. So that would be 720. But I want it to be -720. And this is degrees we're talking about. Because 360 would be one rotation. So 720 is going to be 2. I'm going to say -720. And you can see it's rotating. Fantastic. I'm sure you know what we're going to do now. We're going to do the opposite over at viewport top. So that would be +720 or just regular 720 degrees. That way it can roll out that way. But again, it's just going to roll across the screen there. I want it to stay where it is from about 40% to 70, the same as I used on the other one, 40 to 70. So now, when we roll it down the bottom, it's going to roll in. It's going to stay there till it gets to 70 degrees, and then it's going to roll off the other side. If I do that a bit more smoothly with the bar over here, it'll give you a better idea. Boom, stays there, then rolls off that side. Fantastic. So if you've done everything correctly, this should work for us now. Let's save our changes here. And remember, I'm doing all these scroll effects in the actual row itself. I find it works better. You can do it on the module, but I find it works better on the row. But try it if you want to. This is the way I do it. Save our changes now. Hit the little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. We'll exit the visual builder. We'll scroll on down. Keep your eyes on the bottom of the screen. There's our little button rolling in. It's staying there. I'm going to hover over it. Got that little hover effect. When you roll down them all, it's going to disappear on the right hand side. And like I say, that's really eye-catching. That's going to get people's attention pretty quickly if they do that. So there you go, guys. There's how to add a little rolling button to your Divi website. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and WebDesignTechTips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.